It was, and I'll be real, it was all luck. It was, it was all luck. He got like my sandstorm user got confused off of a what a 20% chance confusion off a hurricane, and then then hit itself. So he was down. God, everything just that's too much information. We're ranking the Mega Evolutions. I'm probably gonna be really mean because of what just happened. I don't know why. I don't usually get mad over games. I promise. Also, this is a weird order. Like we have Charizard here, then Blastoise here, then Venusaur here. What's going on? All right, well, whatever. I have ads off too. Finally, I don't know why the video with ads is doing so well, but Obama Snow. Where are we putting this? Where are we feeling? I kind of like how it looks all puffed up like a cat. The icicles on its back are a bit busy though. I'll put this in Ant tier. I am a big fan of the Mega Evolution since my first game was Y. Absol. This is simple and good. You know, it's an Absol. You know, it's Absol both Angel Wings. I feel like they go more into the yin and yang part of it because you know that blade plus the downward blade is supposed to look like the yin and yang sort of thing. This looks good. Aerodactyl. I really wish they made this a dragon type, but I think what was going through their heads was that they didn't think they realized that oh shoot, Aerodactyl does not look at all like a rock type. Let's give it stones, and now it just looks kind of. I mean, I used to hate this Mega Evolution, but I used it once, well, a couple times now, and now I'm just used to it. So I'll go Ant here. It's Aggron. That's peak fiction. This is I like that it goes pure steel. I've always said Aggron should never have been part rock type. That's really the only thing that made it bad in the first place. Now this thing is just forever known as the Wall, and people are terrified that it's making its return in ZA. My God, look at it! It's a fucking like a tank, big like Triceratops crest, Gnashy Chief. Awesome! It's fucking awesome. They also managed to make it look spiky, but not too spiky. Mega Alakazam. When this, I think I used to be a bigger fan of this one when I was younger, but looking at it now, it's all right. I feel like the only thing it has going for it is the beard, and I feel like the. Hang on, let me put it back here for a second. It. What's going on with its legs? It looks like a chicken leg with like it's just with like three fingers on the end. Did Alakazam always have three toes? What the heck? It's all right. It's mid. It's mid. Mega Altar. Now this one's just bad. It got the fairy typing. I mean, as soon as Gen 6 rolled around, Altaria should have gone from dragon flying to fairy flying because nothing about this is a dragon. But this one goes fairy dragon, which is a huge missed opportunity to make it what it should have been from the beginning. Also, I feel like they just gave it more clouds and that's it. Mega Ampharos. This is another one that I used to not really like all that much. I found it kind of bland, but then I used it when I replayed I lost my X and Y game card, both of them because I had both games, and I was so sad that like, oh, I lost my childhood game card. So I bought a new one, and on that team, I think the team was like Greninja, Venusaur, Talonflame, Tyrantrum, Lucario, and Ampharos. And I looked up where the Mega Ampharos site was, and it was so fun to use. It also, I don't know, this one's gone up for me. It's good, good tier. See, the thing about Audino, it's not even a bad design. It's just the fact that they chose Audino. Just come on, really. You had so many good options from Unova: Zipstrika, Galvantula, Haxorus, Golurk. There's so many better options from Unova. You could have given a Mega. You chose fucking Audino. God. Mega Banette. This is a great tier. I like how it almost looks like it has tongues, like it just sticking out of the what's it called? The little zippers. The zippers look like mouths. Bit of the Hydreigon method. I like it. Just more zippers. Looks a bit more edgy and creepy. This is like you entered the second stage of the boss fight. Oh shit, Mega Beedrill. are we feeling for Mega Beedrill? I'm probably biased because I found a full odds shiny Weedle in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, so I've been using a shiny Mega Beedrill, but we're feeling good. We're feeling good. This is, by the way, this is the Mega Evolutions tier list. So realistically, if this was like a tier list for something else, these would all be moving up a slot. We're judging them as Mega Evolutions here, but as Pokemon, they'd all be like up a slot. You know what I mean? Blastoise. People really sleep on Mega Blastoise. I love it. It's great. Great tier. I like just the fact that I actually have a decal of it on my wall. I'll take a picture and upload that because like part of the reason why I don't want to show my webcam in these videos is because I'm literally in my childhood room filming these videos. Like I do not have the heart to take down the fucking Skylanders and Percy Jackson posters. I do not give a shit. I will die as a man child. Fuck you. But yeah, the big cannon. I like how it's like bent over. It's pause. It's just the bigger shell, the cooler like dragon face. It's just they just made Blastoise but with heavier cannons. I feel like that's what they do with Blastoise forms. They just give him more cannons. Gigantamax rolls around. Oh, let's give him even more cannons. Mega Blaziken. This is a weird thing where I feel like I like the original better. It's still a good tier because it's fucking Blaziken, but like I don't know. I just feel like I like the original better. The original looks so much more lean and ready for combat. This one just looks. It looks weirdly like rubber. It looks like rubber. It looks like Gumby and Blaziken had a baby, which. Now I'm tempted to look that up, see if it's a fan fiction. You know it probably is, which is awful. I don't know, just a big fight. I feel like they didn't change enough here. I feel like they were too focused on changing the pose. Mega Camerupt. This is another really underrated one. When I first played through, well, technically the second time I played through ORAS, because I still had my childhood cartridge, and also like an idiot, I deleted all the data on it, so now I don't even remember my original team. All I remember was that I had like 50 legendaries, a couple shiny Pokemon, and a stacked team. But the team I used when I replayed it, I think it was Sceptile, Sharpedo, Camerupt, Manectric, Salamence, and Aggron. Of course, Salamence was something I got before League. Before Salamence, I had Swellow. I really was fond of that team because everything on it could Mega Evolve. And this thing was so underrated that until I did that playthrough, I didn't even know Camerupt could Mega Evolve. It's great tier. You know, like, turns one big volcano on its back. It's got the magma emblem. He looks like a cocky dipshit. I love the poof. The poof, it almost looks like hay. Not even gonna explain that. Mega Charizard Y. Now this one, I actually used to hate this one because my original copy of Pokemon, like I said before, was Pokemon Y, so I was stuck with Charizard Y, and I remember not liking it. Even then, like as a kid, I was easily entertained. I remember thinking this was too different from the original. I mean, not different enough from the original. Just spikier. I mean, like Charizard X isn't that different from the original either, but the color scheme swapped it up. One thing I always say is that this would have competed really well with Charizard X if they just made it red, like Charmeleon red. That would have been so much better. Just making it red. I think people wouldn't have cared. However, it is also a great drought slitter. I'll put it in good, just because it can set the, just because of its drought ability. So, fuck you, Blastoise. Eat a solar beam. Mega Diancie. This one's weirdly busy for me. I was never a big fan of Diancie. It's always just felt like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like much of a legendary Pokemon to me. It gives off the vibes of a legendary, but I've never like it's not doesn't give the same vibes of like I want to catch it. I don't want a Diancie in my box. So just but this one it's just too busy. I'll go mid. Just the big dress and I don't know what they were doing. Also look at how donkey the arms are. Depending I think I'm gonna upload this in 1080p. That's how much I record my videos in, but if you can even see the arms, bonus points to you. Mega Glade. I love that this thing's okay. This is one that I had a weird history with because when I, fun fact about me, when I was 6 years old and playing through Omega Ruby for the first time, I remember going against Wally, and he had the badass theme. And I was like at summer camp. We were about to get on the bus and go home because it was a day camp because I was a pussy. And I remember he sent this out, and I was rooting for Wally. I was actually rooting for Wally. I lost that battle on purpose as a 6 year old because I mean I because then I didn't understand the concept that like oh games if you lose you'll just try again. No, because I was like 6 years old. I was under the impression that maybe if I lost he'd become the champion or something. But no, I just had to take on the battle again and beat him. And because of the fact that it just made Wally such a badass. I like how it looks like he has a Yu-Gi-Oh dual disc, the big cape. My only issue with this design is it's a bit too white heavy. Could have done with some more like plating armor or whatever. It's good tier. Actually, great tier. Mega Garchomp, that's peak fiction. Garchomp is my favorite Pokemon, so while I do like the original Garchomp more than this, it's probably just because I almost never get to use this. I used it like once, and but it was because it's a post game Mega Stone in X and Y. I like I only ever got to Mega Evolve it like twice. Like once when I was battling, I mean doing the Serena Super Boss, and once when I rebattled the Elite Four for the heck of it. I really wish. I don't know. It's cool though. Grim Reaper, Cardontosaurus, Land Shark, Jet Airplane, Mary Sue will always go hard. And I love how it looks like it has like bloody axe blades on its scythe. Mega Gardevoir. This is another one where I feel like I like the original better. I feel like the dress. I feel like the shiny of this is sort of what it should have been. The shiny is like. Oh god, I don't want to look it up because then I'll have to blur out my location again. But the shiny had like a black dress. I feel like they should have went with that. They should have given this thing like a pink dress to make it look like a princess or something. This is Antier. Mega Gengar, that's peak fiction. I've always had such a. Okay, when I was like 5 years old playing Pokemon Y, I had a Haunter on my team for the longest time. And like, and forever, I'd see people using Mega Gengar. And at the time, I just thought, oh, it's a popular Pokemon. But really, now that I know that because of its Shadow Tag ability, it was actually just really broken. And but because I saw it so often in like YouTube videos and stuff, I really wanted it, but I couldn't get somebody to trade to evolve my Haunter because I had no friends. Then I met somebody. This guy was like twice my age, and this guy was really nice. Again, it was at the same summer camp, and he just came up to me. He saw that I was just sitting there. Was like, "Hey, do you want to trade with me?" He was a really nice guy. Never saw him again, but he traded with me, so I got my Alakazam and Gengar that day. But I still never found the Mega Stone because I was too self-righteous to just look up where it was. Overall, though, Banner design, like golden coin, third eye. I like how it looks like it's rising out of the depths to go murk you. Mega Glalie. This is an absolute motherfucker. Jason Voorhees Pokemon goes so hard. I really wish Glalie was a better Pokemon because probably would use it if it was. But design wise, this thing's freaking awesome. Big pointy beard, big pointy ice spikes. This thing pulls off the spikes better than Abomasnow did. It's just fucking. It's like a demonic possessed hockey mask. How could you not like that? I also like how the Dex specifically says that during that its jaw isn't just open wide, it's unhinged. Like during the Mega Evolution cutscene, its jaw is unhinging. Mega Gyarados, that's wait, hang on. There we go. Peak fiction. Gyarados is already one of my favorite Pokemon because I don't know how they made the lips work, but just design wise, how do you give a dragon lips and still make it look cool? I just respect the audacity of that. And this one's cool too. It's a big sails. It's sort of like that one episode of the anime where there was just two big sails and everybody in 1996 was like, "What the fuck? What Pokemon was that?" And Game Freak was like, "Oh yeah, what was Pokemon? What Pokemon was that? What were we thinking? Let's just make this a Mega Gyarados and call it a day." Sort of like how Dynamax concepts are based off of that one episode of the anime where just they landed on an island, which is a bunch of huge ass Pokemon. But this is awesome. Just bigger, bulkier Gyarados, dark type. My only issue with this is it didn't get the dragon type. Gyarados, Come on, it's Gen 6. There's been 6 generations of power creep. You really could have given it the dragon type and gotten away with it. Your first dragon water type was in Johto. Mega Heracross. This is Beta Heracross. My god, big just ventilation shafts on its stomach, big wide arms with the stupid, is it big long nose, dopey lopsided eyes. It looks like it's forcing out a turd. Oh my god. Mega Houndoom. I always say this, like, because I've designed Fakemon in the past, this really makes me more picky when it comes to some Pokemon designs where they have missed opportunities, hence my hatred for Meganium. But this thing, it really should have been a three-headed dog. They really should have gone full Cerberus on us. It made this thing just three-headed dog. Overall, though, great Mega Evolution. They really should have pushed that one more. I feel like most X and Y Mega Evolutions go under the radar because you never see them in the game. Mega Kangaskhan. This thing, I'm not a big fan of it. In fact, why isn't it picking up? I'm left clicking. Come on. Okay, there we go. This thing's bad. It's just the baby comes out to fight. People love that concept, but for me, it feels just kind of lazy. I feel like they didn't change anything. Also, one thing I find kind of weird is if you look at a picture of Kangaskhan, you know what? I'm probably going to have to do this video in 2 parts anyways, and then edit them together, so I'll look it up. Kangaskhan, or whatever it is. I don't know how you spell it. Okay, so this is what the baby looks like, right? It's tiny, but then when it steps out, this thing's huge. It's like a teenager now. But then it goes back in after the battle, and it goes back to looking like this. I know that's a huge nitpick, and it doesn't really matter all that much, but it just really hurts my brain that this thing's aging and then de-aging. Does Mega Evolution count as, like, time travel? If I Mega Evolved, like, all my... Maybe that is what it is. Maybe this is what Garchomp is going to look like in 30 years. Latios, people, I agree that it should have been a different color. They should have been different colors. Maybe they were blue and red before, so maybe make them like, I mean, blue and red makes purple, but maybe make like Latios purple, and I don't know, Latios orange. But they're still cool. I like them. I'm also heavily biased because of the whole thing you do in ORAS where you fly on their backs. All right, I'm gonna pause it here, take a break, come back to it later. See you guys in 5 seconds with the hard cut. Whoa, this isn't part 2. It's going to be formed into one episode, which probably means this video is going to have a huge quality drop, but whatever. Mega Lopunny. I don't get why people like this. I get why people like the original, but I don't get why people like this. Look at it. Okay, it's basically the same thing. It gets the fighting type, which for no reason. Keep in mind, for no reason. Like, also, the reason why I hate this thing so much, though, more than anything, is the fact that they gave it, in fact, give me a second, Mega Lopunny, so you guys can see a big thing of this. They gave it, hang on, no wait, no, I'm getting, yeah. They gave it tights with tears in them. Game Freak, are you trying to make people horny? This is such obvious furry bait. I am terrified to go to images and scroll down. Awful. Lucario. Just let Lucario, but cooler. That's pretty much all this design is. It's a good tier. Mega Manectric. Another one that I'm using in my ORAS series. Check that out. And subscribe. Maybe. I kind of like that it's just a big, stupid lightning bolt. Gets the Intimidate ability, which is cool. The red claws. This is really what Manectric needed. Power boost. Although I wish it was just a regular evolution, so it would be something more permanent. This is also good tier. Mega Mawile. thing is, how do I feel about this? It's like the two big, nastier mouths is cool, but like I feel like other than that, it's kind of underdesigned. I think its ability is huge power though, which is pretty good. This is Antier though. Ugh, Mega Medicham. For the longest time, I thought these were like ribbons or something, but no, they're four extra like arms that it's projecting with its mind or something. I don't know. I feel like it's a bit busy. The turbine's a bit much, but it's pretty solid, and I guess I'll give it Mega Metagross, that's great tier. I feel like it's not too different from the original. I feel like they should have done more to change it, but I do kind of like that they just repositioned him. That's kind of cool. Mega Mewtwo X. This is like Mega Lucario, where they were just trying to draw Mewtwo, but like cooler. Just it getting the fighting typing is really interesting. I'll give this a great tier. Mega Mewtwo Y. I was never a fan of this one. Like, people always appreciate it more than Mega Mewtwo X. I'll give one thing I'll give it is that it's definitely more powerful. In fact, I remember I have decals of some of the like Pokemon Y Mega Evolutions just around my room, and when I was like 7, I was like, oh, your thoughts influence your sleep. So what if I put this on my ceiling? So I put like a sticker of Mega Mewtwo Y on my ceiling, so I could have good dreams. Never did anything for me. Now it's just on my ceiling and I can't get it down without tearing apart my ceiling. But design wise, this is like, I feel like its head is too big. It's very disproportionate. This is Mega Pidgeot. I used to think Mega Pidgeot was mid, but like, and design wise, it really should just be in great tier. But the fact that they just took Pidgeot and gave him such a glow up was so needed. Pidgeot is a Pokemon that definitely needed this. Mega Pinsir. Okay, poor thing got the flying type. I mean, if you look at its dex entries, it's always like, oh, this Pokemon is so happy because it can fly now. Yeah, but now it has like so many more weaknesses. Poor thing. But yeah, I kind of like how creepy it looks, although its body, again, not too different from original. I'll go ant here. Mega Rayquaza. That's he's fucking. Hang on a minute. Add a row above. Just goats. We gotta name this one goats, and we'll make the color purple. Sure, fuck it. Mega Rayquaza. Rayquaza in of itself is like a top 10 Pokemon of all time, but then they give it this type of glow up with the fuck. I don't even know how to explain this design. Whoever designed this probably got a raise. Then we go back down to mediocre with Mega Sableye. This thing, they didn't change anything about it. They just gave it a crystal. Ugh. Mega Salamence. This is one that I used to kind of hate, but then I used it when I replayed Oraz, and I found it really fun, and I got used to it. This is peak fiction. I feel like again the art doesn't really do this one a lot of justice. They really fumble on a lot of the 2D art. They should just stick with advertising with the home renders. This was so genius. So lizards, right? They can detach their tails, right, to get away from an enemy. What if Sceptile could detach its tail and shoot it like a missile, and then to reload, it just grows it back since lizards grow back their tails? It's awesome. It gets the dragon typing. It's Sceptile's already like one of my top 10 favorite Pokemon. This is in there too. Mega Scizor. This is also peak fiction. It's just Scizor but cooler. I don't know what else to tell you. Sharpedo. This one I feel like they were kind of running out of ideas. They just gave it like some scar marks and some extra teeth. This is very clearly just like they didn't know what to do, so they complicated Sharpedo's design. I'll go. I would go Ant tier, but because I've used this before, it's good tier. Mega Slowbro. This is one of the better under-designed ones because it's just it's so funny. Like Mega evolves and this shell just eats it even more, and it's stuck in there, looking like a top god, you send this thing out in battle, it's just wobbling. I love it. That's good tier. Mega Steelix. I I have so many mixed feelings about this one because okay, first of all, let me just pull up a pic. Mega Steelix. Yeah. Okay. No, this is probably a better picture for what I'm trying to point out. This weird beard part is so unnecessary. I feel like this alone ruins part of it. The crystals, just like the multicolored crystals, really don't mesh well with the rest of the design, and the fact that there's just scrap circling around it doesn't make it look too good. But at the same time, it's a Steelix, so you can't really hate it. Just I feel like the color contrast is off. Uh, Good tier. Just because it's a Steelix, you know. Mega Swampert. Hmm. Okay, well, I used to be mid on this one, but then I looked at it more and I was like, holy shit, this is just Swampert but buff. Why was I sleeping on this? I used it on my mono water. Okay, we'll work offline. For my mono water team, I had it because I would set the rain with Pelipper, and then this thing would just outspeed and OHKO everything with Swift Swim. And because of that, I have so much more respect for it now. Um, I wouldn't say goats. I don't know if I'd say peak fiction. Would I say peak fiction? I'd say peak fiction. Yeah. Mega Tyranitar. This was another one that I didn't like until I used it. A lot of these Mega Evolutions, one thing I'm noticing is you look at when you think of Pokemon, you usually think of like the 2D art. I feel so when you think of Mega Tyranitar, you'll think like here Mega Tyranitar. When you think of Mega Tyranitar, you'll think of this picture that's just very busy. But then when you use it in the game, you'll come across this and you'll be like, oh, this actually looks pretty cool. Like I was sleeping on this until I used it in Pokemon Go and Pokemon Y, because it's cool. You know, it's just from the 2D art, it looks very over designed, but here, like with the 3D model, it looks so much better. I really think they need a new 2D artist. Either that, or they should go back to the watercolors. Those that OG watercolor art. This is just it does bring it down a bit because of the 2D art, so I'll still say good tier, but this could have been much higher. Finally, Venusaur. It's another one that I have on my wall. In fact, let me turn around real quick. Like, yeah, I still have that on my wall next to my bed. Um, this is just a busier Venusaur. I feel like they could have done more with it. I do like it though. I mean, Venusaur is like already a top 50 Pokemon for me, maybe. I don't know. I made a top 100 list a while ago. Maybe I'll upload it. But this thing, because it's just cooler Venusaur, it still does go in great tier. And that's the list, basically. I'm going to edit this shit together, and it's going to come out looking like shit. You guys have a good one.